Howdy folks, high value DMD. I'm just about to go to school to work on myself to get better. I hope many of you are doing the same, going to work, putting those hours in, or going to school, getting your degree or certification, and moving up in life. Today I wanted to talk briefly about this cultural entanglement that we find ourselves in that I think manifested itself with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock in front of the entire world. So many of you know Chris Rock made a joke, Jada didn't like it, Will Smith laughed at first, but then went up to slap Chris Rock and to, I guess, defend his woman. So, you know, when I was growing up, I watched movies like I Am Legend, I Am Robot. I looked up to Will Smith. I thought he was a cool guy, you know, on screen. You know, we don't really know these people, and I'm not that concerned with a lot of these celebrities. You know, to me, I'm my own celebrity. I like to work on myself and focus on myself, and I don't really, but when a famous person slaps another famous person, I guess you got to talk about this. So anyway, I thought he was a pretty cool guy growing up. I don't know, but you know, as the years go by, you learn more and more about these people and their true colors show. And Will Smith, I can't pretend to judge this whole situation, but it looks like he's being controlled. He's being controlled by this woman, by his wife. And how I see it, Will Smith at his peak, when you know your own self-worth and your self-value, you don't put up with that stuff. You know, Will Smith was a huge name, right? I'm sure Will Smith could have dated anyone he wanted to. He had money, he had looks, he's not a bad looking guy, right? But even what we think are the highest of value people, highest of value men in our society, even they're susceptible to certain tendencies and behaviors that is submissive. And so, you know, we saw Will Smith lash out in a way that was inappropriate, you know, that did not display a masculine characteristic. It wasn't masculine behavior at all to get up in front of the whole world and slap another man and to scream. You know, let me know what you guys think would have been the appropriate behavior, but I personally think it would have been better to maybe stand up and say something firm, but, you know, polite, or perhaps to wait on a commercial break to say something to Chris Rock. But it just wasn't handled a certain way. So the whole point of this video is we need to reset this entanglement in our culture. We need to return to men who know how to conduct themselves in a level-headed attitude. And for one, we need to make sure that as men that we don't get ourselves in these situations to begin with. You know, you gotta be careful on who you date. Be careful on the spouse that you choose, and to never bend over for someone else, to know your own self-worth and to stick up for yourself. Will Smith thought that joke was funny and Jada didn't. That's okay. You don't have to agree with everything that your spouse thinks. You know, you can laugh at something and your spouse can just be mad about it, and that's okay. You know, you move on with life. You tell them to suck it up. You don't take that. You know, you don't have to get up in front of everybody and make a fool of yourself. So anyway, and that's where I think men and women too, we need to know our own self-worth. Like me, you know, my example is I know where I'm going in life. I've got a plan. I'm where I want to be in 2 years, in 4 years, 6 years, 10 years. I know where I want to go, and I'm comfortable in that, and I'm unshaken in that. And there's not going to be a person that comes into my life that changes me, that makes me unstable or anything like that. So that's where I think when you work on yourself and you're confident in what you're doing at all times, that certain behavior is not going to be you. So let me know what you guys think. Give me a comment, share your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree with me? Just let me know. So keep on working, folks.